Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, guess what? We have a guest speaker tonight. It's my husband.
Am I on?
You're on.
Oh, awesome.
You're
Good
live.
evening.
Okay, so the lighting's bad right here, so I'm going to put you over here. Here's a little...
Okay. Oh, let me get my computer.
Okay.
I just need a cue.
We're going to watch him. He is going to... You can show him the video and I can put it on here too.
No, it's okay.
Well, welcome everyone.
Good evening. It's Motivational Monday time. It's our favorite time of the week to get motivated. I've got an exciting message for you tonight. This message tonight is one that actually is from a movie that I think is really cool. The Three Amigos. So let me take you back to those of you that have never seen this movie. Really funny. Go ahead and take some time to watch it with spouse, friend, whomever. But I want to share with you a scene from it where Martin Short, Chevy Chase, and Steve Martin are riding through the desert. They're the three amigos. They're totally decked out in their black garb, their costumes, super funny. But anyway, they're riding through the desert on their horses. It's super blazing hot, and they just look absolutely sweltering. They're sweating, and they all stop, and they pull out their canteens. And first, Steve Martin opens up his canteen and takes a drink, and out comes like 2 or 3 little drops, and he's kind of refreshed but really frustrated because there's nothing in there. Martin Short, this is the best part. He opens up his canteen and goes to take a drink, and out comes a big puff of sand right in his mouth, and he's like, and so the two of them are wanting water so bad. And then, of course, Chevy Chase opens up his canteen, and you hear him just go, 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 go. Water continues to flow out. It's pouring all over his chin, down the front of him, all over everything. And then he stops. He swishes it around in his mouth a little bit. He gargles some, and then he spits it out in the desert. And then he takes the rest of the canteen and throws it on the ground. And water continues to pour out of it. And Martin Short and Steve Martin are sitting there like, completely jaw dropped, like, what are you doing? That's water. We want water, and you just didn't even give it to us. They don't say anything, but you can tell in their face. And at this point, Chevy Chase still hasn't looked over to them. And he pulls out his lip balm out of his pocket, and he gets a little lip balm. And these guys are just absolutely like, we're in the desert, dire straits, and he's taking time to put on his lip balm with his little pinky. And finally looks over and realizes that they're watching him and says, oh, sorry, did you want some lip balm? Of course they don't want lip balm, they want the water, but it was too late. So here's the Motivational Monday. Here's the message. So Chevy Chase had all of this water, and Steve Martin and Martin Short absolutely wanted it. Well, the Young Living Essential Oils is exactly like that water that Steve Martin and Martin Short wanted so bad. And there's so many people that want that oil that they just don't know where to get it or where to find it. So you are like Chevy Chase in this movie, where you're just drinking from your canteen full of water. You're enjoying your oils. Your wellness is improving, and your lifestyle is improving as a result of using these awesome products. And there's other people out there who are staring at you saying, hey, what is it that you have over there? I want some of that. So just know that they're out there. That's the motivation. Be like Chevy Chase, have the oils, but unlike Chevy Chase, make sure that you share them with other people, because they actually do want them, and it's our opportunity to share them. So have a great Motivational Monday night, and I think Sonia's got a few other remarks for you.
Thank you. Wasn't that good? I told him he had to share that with it over to me. Oh, Lori and Danielle are here. Wasn't that cool? I love that story. I was telling him, you know, how much I want everyone to realize what they truly have. And we know what we have, and we just have to get out there and share. I have to add one little tidbit from that movie. He's going to share the link with us on our page. But that lip balm, I'm sure it was homemade lip balm with lavender and peppermint in it. My husband gives a thumbs up for that one. I wanted to touch on one other thing. I just want us to remember what we truly have, and not to be afraid to share, because we have it. And I know Casey last week talked about courage and having the courage to share what we have. So to put our oils on and to be out there when someone says someone has an issue, to have courage to speak up. And it's important. And if we have that on our heart, then we can bless so many other lives. The last thing I wanted to touch on, sorry, this is really late tonight, but this is when I was able to get on to do our Motivational Monday, is how my husband was saying how important it is to remember what we have and how we need to share. The last thing is I'm going to give you a tip of how you can share that has really helped me share this message with other people. And it's called F.O.R.M. It's an acronym. F-O-R-M. F.O.R.M. We've shared it a couple times, but I know that we haven't talked about it in a while. So F stands for family. And so I'm going to give you a couple examples of how I've done this in my cycling class lately. Meeting new people, finding ways that I can bless people and see where the conversation goes. And O stands for occupation. So find out what their occupation is. Learn a little bit about their family. Learn a little bit about what they do in their career. Stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, whatever it may be. And then R is recreation. What do they do in their free time? Find out about their talents, their hobbies, what they love to do, maybe what they love to eat. Who knows? And then M stands for sharing the message. So I was at cycling last Friday morning, and every day I pray that God would use me as an instrument to help bless somebody's life. And so the letter F. So I started talking to her about her family, how many kids she had, and something that I've learned in Young Living and in many businesses, they talk about find how many me toos you can get through getting to know someone. You want to show that you care. So I asked her, how many children she had, and she had 3 girls. I'm like, oh, me too. I have 2 girls. And I know she doesn't have any boys, and then she's a school teacher. And I said, me too. I used to teach elementary education. So it went into the conversation naturally. I don't go in my head going, okay, F, O. But because I've done it for so many years, my goal is to get to know people, and I love it. I love learning about new people. So O is their occupation. She's a school teacher, and I just said, hey, I was a school teacher as well, and she teaches high school. I taught elementary. And so I asked her a little bit more questions. What do you love about your job? What time do you have to go? And people love to talk about themselves. They love to share that. And then, she told me she recently moved to a country and she loves that country lifestyle. And so I found out things that she'd like to do in her spare time. And every night, she said she loves to go out at the sunset. She likes to have a calm night, and they all have to watch the sunset together, and it helps her just really focus on nature. So did I share the message? No, I didn't talk about Young Living. I talked about my job, but I didn't say anything else about it because it didn't come up. So my goal is I got her name, we became Facebook friends, and I'm building that connection with this person. But I know that eventually she's going to join Young Living. She's going to learn about it, but I want her to know how much I care. So that's how you use the power of F.O.R.M. I've done it at baby showers. I've done them at bridal showers. It's just talking to people and getting to know them. And then as the message comes up, whether she talks about health or maybe some of her kids struggle, I asked her how her children are doing. And if they struggle, maybe sleep would come up, but it didn't. We literally had 5 minutes together and it didn't come up, but I'm not worried because I get to see her again at cycling. So I did this again with another friend that I had met and talked to them about it. And the message was able to come up. Yesterday at church, I was talking with someone who is struggling with some hair issues. And another friend was there, and I just talked to her about her occupation, how her kids are doing, and she was telling me about her health. That every time she turns a candle on in 15 minutes, she feels like she's going to have a heart attack. And then I told her, hey, do you know that candles actually can be worse than cigarette smoke? And she goes, no way. So I said, hey, do you have your phone? Could we add an app? I would love to open your eyes to this app. So I taught her the Think Dirty app. And then I asked her, because she's a hairstylist, and I asked what she loved about it. It's her favorite thing. And I said, with all those dyes around, did you know that those can be toxic chemicals that can affect you? She goes, no, I had no idea. She is so on board and ready. Today, I followed up with her. I didn't do a complete message. She goes, you do essential oils? I'm like, yes, I have. I've been doing it for 4 years. I would love to teach you more. We're doing a class on Saturday at 11 o'clock. So do you see when we live a natural life that we're naturally passionate about it, like my husband was saying, we have all the water. When we're naturally passionate about it, it's going to come up in our conversations. But first we have to show we care and care about the people, get to know people, and it will come up because health is one of the number 3 at least, part of your life. And it comes up where people naturally come in that conversation. So those are my 2 points tonight to motivate you to remember what you have, to make it your intention to share, and to use those simple letters of acronym of F.O.R.M. And I will post a couple things. I learned it from Deborah Rayburn's book, The Road to Royal. It's a really good one. My friend's borrowing it right now. But it's a great one that will really help you follow that pattern. I challenge you to use F.O.R.M. Maybe you're already using it. naturally. I know that many of you love to get to know people, and it's a great way to share the message because they know, first, if they know you care, they definitely will listen to your message. So have an awesome evening, and I can't wait to hear your stories. My husband's going to post the video of the Three Amigos. Is it Three Amigos? Yeah. Have fun with that and have a great night. Good to see you, Christy and Lori.